Welcome back. You're watching Focus on Africa from BBC World News. Now, one of London's most iconic symbols is the logo for the underground tube train system, part of the Transport for London network. Since 1908, that logo, called a roundel, has welcomed millions onto the tube and influenced several other transport logos across the world. And now it's been given an African flavour, courtesy of British-Ghanaian artist Larry Achiampong. Focus on Africa's Daniel Dadzi reports.
It's a busy morning at Westminster Station. Workers walking up the stairs to start their day at the heart of the UK government, the Houses of Parliament. Tourists here to see the world-famous Big Ben. It's a daily scene central to London's identity and history. But something has changed. Westminster Station has become the home of a new artwork based on the ubiquitous underground sign. The artist who created it, British-Ghanaian Larry Achiampong.
My mind really exploded because to be the first artist to showcase an artwork at this station, you know, again, it's still only slowly kind of sinking in.
The colours of the roundel represent the country's independence struggle, mineral resources and natural environment, with the 54 black stars representing the number of countries in the African continent. His work was commissioned by the Art on the Underground project.
It's a really interesting way of bringing together London's history, African's history, together into one visual, stunning monument, and right opposite Big Ben. So it feels really interesting to have those two icons looking at each other, Big Ben and then down at our new roundel.
Larry's award-winning work includes films, photography, sculptures and painting. He draws inspiration from his parents who migrated from Ghana in the 1980s.
You know, my mum would tell me stories as a kid about, you know, the likes of Santua, and that I carry with me to this day. I carry it with me to this day in the way that I work, the way that I tell stories now, the way that I hand those stories down.
So what did Mum think about the work she inspired?
She was literally standing right here and she cried, you know, she welled up and I was hugging her for a long time, kissing her hands, hugging her, just telling her how much I love her and that I'm proud of her and thank you.
The roundel is the only permanent Pan-African art installation in a TfL underground station here in London. For Africans and persons of African descent, and for people who use the station generally, the sign has a special meaning.
As a sign, I feel it's, you know, we're getting there. It's really nice, you know, to come together and all that, get to know other cultures as well.
I think it's really nice to have this in this big station right now. So, yeah, it's very cool.
Malachi was excited to learn that the designer was from his home country.
Do you know what, even hearing that myself is like some form of fire and inspiration. That to see is a Ghanaian artist that done that, it touches me.
It's Larry's hope that his installation will inspire an African artistic revolution at home and across the world. Daniel Dadzi, BBC News, Westminster.
Fascinating. You're watching Focus on Africa. Let's find out what's happening in the world of sport.